In the remote hills of a country that time seemed to have forgotten, there was a town that never appeared on any map. No records, no mentions in history books, just stories passed down through whispers. They called it Ravenswood. Legend had it that Ravenswood vanished overnight, leaving behind only echoes of its existence. People spoke of it like a ghost story, warning curious travelers to stay away. But Evelyn, a passionate urban explorer and documentarian, couldn't resist the challenge. A natural storyteller, Evelyn sought out places shrouded in mystery, drawn by the thrill of uncovering secrets. Her camera, almost an extension of herself, had documented countless abandoned places. She knew Ravenswood was different, a place that seemed to defy history itself. Accompanying her was Ben, her closest friend and frequent partner on these ventures. A practical and grounded thinker, Ben often served as Evelyn's voice of reason. While he was naturally skeptical of ghost stories, he couldn't deny the eerie excitement that this particular legend stirred. He agreed to go, partly out of concern for Evelyn and partly because of his own curiosity. The journey was arduous, cutting through dense forests in unmarked trails. Just as they were about to give up, they stumbled upon an ancient stone archway covered in moss. Beyond it, Ravenswood stretched out like a painting frozen in time. Empty houses, cobblestone streets, and a peculiar silence that settled over everything like a thick fog. As they moved through the quiet streets, Evelyn couldn't help but notice how well preserved everything seemed. There was no sign of decay or nature reclaiming the town, as one might expect after decades of abandonment. She filmed the peculiar details: a perfectly intact wooden bench, a rusted but usable water pump, and flowers still blooming in garden beds. It was as if the town had been waiting for them. "It's too perfect," Ben whispered, scanning the immaculate gardens. "Places like this should be falling apart, not waiting for guests." Evelyn adjusted the focus on her camera. "Maybe someone's been maintaining it," she speculated. "A caretaker or a group of survivors." As they wandered through the eerie quiet, Ben noticed something odd. The windows of each house were open, curtains fluttering despite the still air. "It's like they left in a hurry," he muttered. Then they found the church at the town's center. Its doors were ajar, creaking as if swaying in an invisible breeze. Inside, pews were neatly arranged, and a single candle flickered on the altar, freshly lit. Evelyn's heart pounded. Someone's been here recently. Ben frowned. Or still is. As they explored further, Evelyn found a diary lying on a windowsill in one of the houses. The faded leather cover bore the name Margaret Sinclair. She flipped through brittle pages filled with elegant handwriting. The last entry read, "The fog is thicker tonight. Mother says we must not go outside. She says the town is listening." I heard it again, the laughter. "I told her, but she just cried." Evelyn read the passage aloud. "The town is listening. What does that even mean?" Ben shook his head. "Whatever it means, it's not good." Suddenly, a melodic sound filled the air. Children laughing. They turned to see a shadow dart past the doorway. Ben bolted outside, but no one was there. Evelyn tried to rationalize it as wind or an echo, but dread seeped into her thoughts. They found an old café, its sign creaking in the breeze. Inside, tables were set as if waiting for customers, and a half-filled teacup sat on one of them. "Someone's been drinking here," Evelyn noted. "But how long ago?" Ben didn't answer, his eyes fixed on the door as if expecting someone or something to walk in. The sky darkened and fog rolled in thick as wool. They decided to leave, but the path they had taken in was gone. Confusion turned to panic as the town seemed to rearrange itself. Streets shifting, houses appearing where none were before. Desperation set in. Evelyn clutched her camera as the laughter returned, now accompanied by soft whispers, calling her name. The last footage on her camera was shaky, her voice trembling as she whispered, "If anyone finds this, Ravenswood is not just forgotten, it's cursed." The next day, a search party found Ben wandering on the outskirts of the forest, dazed and incoherent. Evelyn was never found. Her camera lay abandoned near the stone archway, playing the final recording on a loop. Children laughing and a faint whisper, "Stay." with us. Years later, Ben still dreams of Ravenswood, a place where the lost remain forever. The legend lives on,